Hi, as you can see, spring's finally here, so it's worth taking care of our garden. That's why in this episode we're gonna build an irrigation system for my mom's blueberries. So let's not waste any time and get to work. I'm starting work by setting up a 200 liters water barrel in the garden. It will collect both rainwater and the water from the water supply network. Next, I prepared the power supply for the entire system. The actuators are a water pump and a solenoid valve, both of which are powered by 12 volts. So as you can see, I use a power supply that transforms the alternating main voltage into a constant voltage of 12 volts. Then I connect about 1.5 meters of rubber hose to a submersible pump, which will pump the water to the blueberry irrigation system. As I mentioned earlier, I use a 12 volt submersible water pump for about $15. That should be enough to water 14 blueberry bushes. I wrap the pressure side of the pump with Teflon sealing tape and screw on a hose through which the water will be pumped from the barrel in the garden. To give rigidity to the hose structure and prevent the hose from bending, which would impede the water flow, I made support structure out of wire for the pump and hose system. Okay, the whole thing looks like a big hook with a small pump at the bottom, but the most important thing is that it does its job. I connect the power cable to the pump and insulate it carefully to make sure that there will be no short circuit when the pump is submerged in water. Another element that I was somehow forced to use is in the solenoid valve. It turned out that after switching off the pump, water was still flowing out of the barrel. The water flow caused by the pump operation initiated the phenomenon of so-called siphoning. So even after the pump was turned off, the water was still flowing out of the barrel. It was therefore necessary to use an electromagnetic valve. It is powered from the same circuit as the pump, so when the pump is turned off, the valve closes, which prevents water from flowing out of the barrel. Okay, the watering system for the blueberry bushes is basically complete. As you can see, I laid the garden hose along the blueberry bushes and made a small hole next to each one so that the water could flow out in that place and irrigate a specific bush. Now it remains to check how the irrigation system works. As I mentioned earlier, the valve and the pump are powered by 12 volts. The 12 volts power supply is powered from the grid through a simple time programmer, thanks to which I am able to set the automatic operation of the installation quite precisely. As you can see, the water flows through the holes in the hose and waters the blueberry bushes. I'm pleased with the work of the irrigation system. The whole thing is trivial to do and takes really little time. Besides the fun and satisfaction from the work done, you will actually contribute to improve the conditions for your plants, especially in the hot summer. Finally, all that's left is to fill the barrel with water, set the time on the programmer to turn the system on and off, and of course, enjoy the taste of blueberries.